to do their civic duty?
You know what, I like to go with the, like, I go towards the end of the day. I actually really love the energy of like being in line and like talking to people and just, I don't know, it makes me just feel like I'm in the festive moment.
You could be a real estate agent because you like pain and suffering.
Yeah, I'm in home warranty, I mean.
Well, it's true, well, we're running close right at each other on
Yeah.
that one.
It seems like a great marketing opportunity. Yeah, everyone's stuck there. You got a captive audience.
Right.
And on your cards.
That's probably
You
true.
know, they all live in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But I guess, I think it's when you do it on the day of, you have to go to your polling place, right?
Yeah,
You can't go to
yeah, I go to
wherever.
the one over there on Desert Breeze, at the park.
Okay.
I don't know, it's like, everyone's, did you early vote? No, I go the day of.
I early voted.
Yeah, a lot of people early voters, but like I said, I like the vibe, I like the
Well,
energy.
other than that, I know there's certainly energy and stuff involved, for sure. Well, it'll be interesting, because I looked it up today, this morning, just curiosity, so I think it was about 150, in 2020, 153 or so million people voted in America in the 2020 election. And I have a friend of mine who lives in Australia, or several people, and it's mandatory that everybody votes in Australia. Now, it's funny, I meant to talk to Tony the other day and just say, what happens if you don't? You know, they fine you, I don't know what the penalty is for not voting. But I thought it was interesting to see what that looks like,
Yeah.
if people are doing or not doing it. So, it'll be interesting to see. I know this, is anybody else sick of the friggin' ads?
Oh my God, and those hats?
That's
Right.
Phone calls.
Yeah, I'm back to watching cartoons, because I don't wanna hear the damn ads anymore. Wow, yeah, so that's crazy. So, anyways, I always think it's interesting. We'll see what, so are we gonna know tomorrow,
Probably not.
tonight,
Probably not.
right? So, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Let's see here, somebody jumping in. Good morning, everyone. That's the way I felt this morning. Let's see here, I gotta do this. So one thing just real quick, so question, and the reason I ask this is because I've had a couple agents do it. The duties owed, and I meant to grab a copy of it, but I know what it says. On the duty owes, it says duties that you owe the client and then the public. Did you use reasonable skill and care when you represented a seller in a probate? Did you use reasonable skill and care when you represented a short sale? Did you use reasonable skill and care when you represented a notice of default? Did you use reasonable skill and care when you did blank, right? Because I'm seeing this a lot, and I get it, you guys, I'm with you guys. But I've seen a lot of agents who have no skill trying to do something they've never done and hoping they can get it done. And if you're sitting in front of the division and they say to you, when you did that probate, how many probates have you done, by the way? Well, I haven't done any, I just wanted to give it a good old college try on this one. Does that bode well for anybody? Especially if it costs your client something. They're gonna be furious over that. Short sales, back in the day when we were doing short sales, nobody knew what a short sale was. And so I just my point to all of this is, please be very cautious in doing something you don't know anything about, right? That's why we don't let everybody just do commercial. Because you gotta have a commercial is a whole different animal, right? And you're dealing with people. So I just wanna make sure we understand that. Second thing, and this happened the other day. So when you do a walkthrough, and I'm just posing a question to everybody, because sometimes I get confused over things. When you do a walkthrough, should you have the form with you and get it signed then, or should you wait like maybe a week later? When you do the walkthrough, okay, well, I just want to make sure I was on the same page. Because what happened is husband and wife bought the house, husband did the walkthrough, everything looks great. Couple minor things, no big deal. Wife goes there on Saturday, big deal. Microwave's not working, door looks like it's been kicked in, a couple of items like this. I said, man, I'm glad that you guys did the walkthrough, and the husband signed off on it already. No, we don't do the walkthrough. We're gonna do it the form later. I said, oh, okay, well, that's cool. I can appreciate that, right? A lot going on, and we get confused a lot of times. So how do you want to pay for the microwave? And the door that got kicked or whatever, looks you're gonna be calling a door company to get that fixed as well, right? Because you certainly can't go back to the seller now and say, hey, we did the walkthrough, didn't get anything signed, we noted things, and now I want you to pay for it? Is everybody following me with this? I mean, you guys, it's these little things that I see all the time. It's just like, come on, man. So I said to him, I go, was it a built-in microwave or is it just one you set on the counter? Well, I believe it was a built-in microwave. And he goes, are they expensive? I don't know, $400, $500, $600. I don't know, right? So the point to all this again, you guys, is please just make sure you're doing your job at a high level and you don't have to deal with this kind of nonsense. Because at the end of the day, commissions are already being stretched and you're getting into paying it. So just, I know I sound silly when I say this shit, but we just gotta make sure we're doing a better job like that kind of stuff. All right, the numbers, who's looking at the numbers? I was really, I did change a few of the numbers you got, not change, but I did calculate a couple. So, over last week, we have 8 new single-family homes on the market versus last week. I think that was interesting. Single-family homes were up 34 homes over last week, last 7 days. Homes from 100,000 to 400,000 were up 6. Always remember this to you guys. These numbers are a moment in time. Click on Sunday at 8 o'clock, that's the number, right? It always is gonna change, just like an appraisal. 800,000 to, or 400,000, 800,000, that's minus 42 homes. So they are selling, so that's a good thing. Who has a home that's over $500,000? And are they sitting on the market longer for everybody? No, yours is going good?
11 days.
Beautiful. Good. Because I've been talking to several agents, they're like, man, I got homes over 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, they're sitting on the market for a while. So that's good, I'm glad to hear that. Homes over 800,000, that's down 23 over last week. On the market in the last 7 days, that's down 57, so 57 less homes came on the market. Withdrawn from the market, plus 55. So 55 more homes have been withdrawn from the market. I think people are waiting. They're finding out they're not getting their price, so they're waiting. And then let's see, homes closed in the last 7 days. That's almost 200 homes sold in the last 7 days. So I think that's a very good number. So I mean, we're still doing this stuff, but it looks like its trajectory is going up a little bit. So I just want to always talk a little bit about the numbers to make everybody knows. The average days on the market right now, we got it at 46. I believe everybody can see that. And we're about 38 on this one. So anyways, it's right there. Keep an eye on it. I think it's important to know where we're at in the marketplace. Rev up classes are still doing very well. You guys remember we're doing all of them on Zoom. So if you want to get involved with them, please. And by the way, you guys, if any of you guys have something that you specialize in, you're a short sale expert, you're a whatever, and you want to do a little class or an hour or hour and a half, whatever, let us know. We'd love to have you guys participate in this kind of stuff. I don't know it all, and we'd love to get your guys' feedback on this stuff. So please, if you ever want to do something like that. Another thing, if you guys have anybody that you would like as a particular guest speaker, please let us know. It was funny because I did reach out to the county recorder, didn't hear back. I reached out to the city of Las Vegas building department, nothing. And then somebody else I reached out to, and no response from all three of them. So we'll keep trying, but if anybody wants somebody particular, somebody, let us know. The only thing I want to be cautious with is your husband's an electrician, your sister's your cousin's because we got to be careful with that kind of stuff. Because everybody has somebody, and then we're going to have nothing but commercials up here. So please be careful with that kind of stuff. But if you have somebody that you think that would be of value, I'd like to try to get Jan Hawley out again from the division. He doesn't ever come out. He came out to our meeting like probably 3-4 years ago, begrudgingly, but I don't think he goes out anymore. So rev up classes again, you guys, I think are awesome. So please get involved. Heather, come on up, girl. Give her a big hand. The floor is yours.
And Tim can come up also.
Thank you, Heather.
Yes.
You guys all know consent?
Yes.
So,
I'm always crashing her party.
okay, so, we had some changes. We found out last Tuesday there was a couple changes, with Rock Title. Positive changes, I hope. One of our escrow officers, Jennifer Croft, she did, leave unfortunately. She's gonna focus on commercial only with a different company. So, if you guys didn't already take this, I have them right here. This shows our existing, escrow officers. So we have 3 at our, Russell and 215 office. And then we have 2 at, in our Green Valley office. So that's there. On the other side, you guys all know Justin Taylor, right? Justin Taylor is gonna be taking on a new role. So he's still gonna be doing training and he's still gonna be there for you guys for training. However, our boss is gonna be changing. So on the other side, you're gonna see Vaughn Kelly. He lives in Arizona, just like Justin does, and he's gonna be in charge of the Arizona offices and then us out here. So he's got a long history in title sales, and then I believe he also has a big history in video marketing. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna bring changes to us, and I'm kind of excited about it because it's nice to always have new ideas. So we're gonna see what ideas, he's just going through training this month, and then officially Justin is no longer to be our boss after December 1st.
Correct.
So, and then I'll let Tim kind of take over from here.
Yeah, so no changes with me, all good. I'll be doing some training right after this business meeting on Canva 101. So if you're curious about Canva, we'll just kind of dabble in that. Happy to have you, obviously. Then also within the handout, I'm doing classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So obviously, every other Tuesday I'll be here unless you guys, I believe next Tuesday.
Yeah, we're off because of the
We're off.
holiday, yes.
Yeah, so that said, right after the business meeting, I'll be doing classes. And then on Wednesdays and Mondays, I'll be doing Zoom calls. So I believe kind of up towards the end of the month, I'll be doing Zoom on optimizing Instagram, your profile, so on and so forth. Also Facebook ads will be coming up, and then open house presentations. So a lot of great things coming down the pike. If you can't join me in person, would love to have you on Zoom.
Perfect.
Cool.
And if you guys have any questions, if you guys were using Jennifer Croft before and you want me to play matchmaker with one of our other escrow officers, just reach out.
And you can use any of the escrow officers from any of the offices as well.
Yeah, of
So
course.
you're not, you're not. You're not
So
separate.
anybody that's on the sheet, that's the contact information. I can put it on our Facebook group too, so you guys have that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you guys, appreciate it. Laura, where are you at? Is that a, Kringle, Chris?
Yes.
Is that what they call that, Kringle?
Yeah, from I thought they would still have the pumpkin one, but she's like, that's out of season. Yeah, they have like a real racket going on over there at Trader Joe's, I tell you. They make you like buy whatever they have in stock because you know it's not gonna be there again.
Right,
So, you know, it's that
it's
exclusive.
that urgency,
Yeah,
right?
the urgency. Nice to see everyone. Couple things. I think I mentioned last time that we have an American Home Shield app. It has officially launched. I downloaded it last week. I was able to place my furnace tune-up in less than 60 seconds. It was so easy, and I have multiple properties under my account, so it was just really easy to pick the property and order that. But the great thing about it is it's gonna have the ability to like track a claim along the process. So I don't know if I was here that I joked around, does anyone order Domino's pizza? Okay, the Domino's app has a tracker. So it'll tell you when it's been ordered, when it's being made, and when it's baked, and when it's on its way. Well, it'll be the same concept with your claim. You'll be able to see when it's been assigned, where it is in the process to getting your technician to your house, where it is in the authorization. So that's all there. This little pamphlet, this is for you. I know I've talked about the Front Door app. Again, if you have not used the app, I'm going to encourage you. Again, the first call is free. Do you guys remember what the Front Door app is? So the Front Door app is basically a video chat, a live video chat that you can do with a technician for any trade. And so whether you're, let's say you're walking through this open house, right? Or the walkthrough, right? And you're like, this microwave, how come this microwave is not working? You can literally, in your walkthrough, video chat an appliance technician to help you figure out whether it needs to be a claim needs to be processed, or if it's sometimes a DIY. A lot of times there's a lot of things that you can just fix it yourself. I use the example a lot of the air conditioner with the breaker, right? The breaker will trip. They'll place a claim because their AC isn't working. They'll wait a couple days, and literally the technician will go over there and go like that. And that is a perfect example of how you can use the video chat to have a technician walk you through that process. And the reason why we're going this way with the Front Door app and the American Home Shield app, they're going to be married as of the first quarter next year. So as a homeowner with American Home Shield, you'll be able to triage your breakdown before you even place the claim. Do you see the value in that? I think it's amazing because I think it could save you a lot of time as a homeowner. It could save you a deductible. And again, there's a whole generation of homeowners now that want to DIY it, right? They don't always want to have somebody come in and fix it. So again, I'm just going to encourage you, download the app. The first call is free. After that, it's $25 a year, and it's unlimited. As an agent, it's literally like having a technician for just about any trade every time you walk into a home.
And you know, my son is thinking about moving to Texas, and the first thing I thought, he's 20, was all he knows to do is say, Mom, the light's not working. You know, Dad, this isn't working. Fix it. He doesn't know how to do anything.
Yes.
That's his
Well,
generation.
it'll really, and I think
And I
having
think
the
that's
app
perfect for
would
him.
totally empower him because
Yeah.
I will tell you, when I've used it, I'm like, damn, I'm good. What do I need a husband for?
Well, it's like YouTube, you know,
To pay
YouTube,
for
same
it.
thing,
Why
you can
is
Google,
it?
so why not have something like that?
Take the concept of YouTube, right? There's literally billions of how-to, except now you're actually talking to someone. It's a live thing, right? So if you have a water heater that bursts, you can literally triage it by showing him the make and the model of the current water heater, so that when we do send out a technician, maybe they're coming with the parts, maybe they're coming with the water heater, right? Again, it's a live technician. I think it's super empowering, and I think it's where home repairs are going.
Right, well, like I said, I think that's so, the phones today are crazy, I mean, you just take pictures of it, send it to somebody now, remember the day you're trying to explain what it is, now click. So I think a
We
video
have
chat
a guy
is
somewhere
amazing.
here in the US that has been using this app since we originally launched it a couple of years ago. And he will literally walk into Home Depot with the guy on the phone, being, okay, like, which one should I get? You know what I mean? And he's made, I guess this guy, they tracked him, he's made the most video chat calls, so they use him a lot for feedback and things like that, but pretty exciting.
Listen, I think that if you can try to fix it yourself in a few minutes versus, like you said, waiting a couple of days when it was just a breaker or something silly.
Again, it's super empowering, you know, and I feel like it's just where home repairs are going. You know, technology is where it's at.
Yeah, plumbing's the only issue that you're like, what the heck?
Well, and electrical,
Yeah.
I need to fix, I do have some electrical things, but
You're gonna
I
have
haven't worked
that.
up the courage.
All
But
right,
please download it, I would love your feedback.
okay, Stacey's in here today. Let's do this real quick, let's bring up Brian real quick to come up and say hi. Brian is our new rep with Epic, he's not on our schedule, but he's here, so come up and just say hi real quick. Guys, if you have any questions, we'll let you know. Interest rates, are we coming down, we going up, what are we doing?
Nope. Last week was another bloodbath, so lots of volatility in the marketplace, lots of volatility because of the election. So hopefully, after we get through this next week or two, we can kind of put that behind us.
Because the Fed was announced that they were still planning in lowering interest rates 2 more times before the end of the year, weren't they?
And this morning, I read a press release that they're still considering a 25% basis point drop.
So,
But
nothing.
That's probably not going to move interest rates anywhere close to where we kind of need things to be to pick things back up. So we need some better economic reports than what we got last week. Jobs report was not great.
Yeah, 12,000 jobs.
I wouldn't expect rates to save you this winter, and it might be a stretch for rates to save you come springtime. So trying to figure out,
You're
drumming up.
supposed to give us good news. Lie to us at least.
Yeah, new guy comes in, breaks everybody's heart, but
Right.
yeah, I would expect to go out and get business and figure out how to be able to put people in homes in creative ways, even with interest rates where things are at, because it'll probably take more time than what we're anticipating to get rates back.
I read an article the other day that there, in the last 4 years, there are 1.8 million jobs created in the government.
Yeah, this last month, the biggest factor was probably economic spending on the government side. You had the debt calculator up.
Yeah.
They spent a ton of money in the beginning of, this administration did in the beginning of October, and that is creating other levels of inflation that.
Well, the good news is though, we have the money, we don't have to borrow it to give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it. That's why we're $36 trillion in debt.
Yeah, so that's probably the biggest factor right now, going into the end of the year. So we do have some good things to provide value for agents this week. We have a business planning seminar in Summerlin, and then we also have a buyer seminar at the Southwest Rock Title office.
And we're doing a class here in December 19th. It's on our deal.
Yep.
It's in your pamphlets.
Yep.
It's for next year's, getting prepared for next year. It's in our deal, so.
But the buyer seminar would be good to bring buyers out that need to get acclimated to either rates or different programs or other creative solutions other than just, hey, this is what the rates are bad. Like, we have other solutions to the
Well,
problem.
and that's the thing too, is and I know that John and Ricky talked about it the last couple of weeks ago, is they do have special incentives just for Realty One agents as well.
Yep.
And when they do these buyer classes, if you have buyers, bring them to the class so they can hear firsthand right from the lenders. I think that's one of the most important things. Instead of you trying to be the expert saying it, no, bring them and let John and Brian give you the real lowdown on what's going on.
Yeah, so 1 point buy down for Realty One agents, buyers. And so we'll be going over that on Thursday at 5 o'clock. And then we'll also have Eduardo from California discussing credit repair, which is going to be kind of influential as we kind of navigate how high credit card payments are, automobile payments, and debt ratios, kind of trying to help people figure out solutions to the problem.
Right, perfect. Like I say, the interest rates are right now is gonna be our biggest issue that everybody's having. I know you guys are refining loans, for very little cost. Is it for 5 years?
Is
Two.
the rate rebound?
Yeah, was it 2 years or 5 years? I think it was 2 years, I don't remember.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years, but anyways, I know that they will refi your clients' loans to a lower interest rate for almost zero cost.
Yep.
I know there's a little bit of expense, but nothing like.
Yeah, it's mostly title fees from.
Yeah,
my
there you
understanding.
go, that's it, and it was something very small.
Yep.
All right, cool, well, thank you for saying that, appreciate it. So guys, make sure you get involved, and again, bring your, if you got buyers, bring your buyers to the class. All right, we're gonna bring up our guest today. Come on up, can I remember your name all of a sudden?
No worries, it's Aden.
I was gonna say, that's a weird name, no worries. TourDSpace, and let me open this up. Say your name again, I apologize.
My name is Aden Klinger.
Okay, and there is okay, there it is right there. All you do is mash the little arrow right there and you're good.
Wonderful.
Okay, give them a big hand, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Aden Klinger. I am your local photography and video expert down here in Las Vegas with TourDSpace. And while I'm new to Las Vegas, I'm not new to this industry. So I've been running my business for about 7 going on 8 years, but just recently moved down here to the Las Vegas Valley to help serve you guys as well. I know I'm not the only photographer that's going to come here or has been here in the past, but I have a really cool value proposition I'm excited to show you guys. So a little bit of background about my company. I started it just as a one-man show back in 2018 out of my mom's living room. Just a kid with a camera and a hell of a lot of ambition. To be honest with you guys, no formal education in business or in photography, just a ton of trials and errors and a lot of YouTube videos. But fast forward to 2024, we service 3 areas. So I originally started my business up in northern Nevada. So originally I'm from Reno. So I've had my business up there for since 2018. Most recently, we just opened up our business down here in Las Vegas. And then 3 years we've been in Northeast Ohio, and then coming soon in Q1 of 2025, we'll be opening up a shop in Columbus, Ohio as well. These are just some of me and my team members, you know, up in our Reno office having some fun and out in the field doing what we do best. Awesome. So again, like I mentioned, I know I'm not the first photographer and I will not be the last photographer who tries to get in front of you guys, but I want to emphasize what makes us different and how we serve you guys a little bit in a way that's going to be beneficial for you guys. So we know how much time, money, and effort and resources goes into a listing for you guys before you even get to sign paperwork or even think about getting offers or getting under contract. So with that being said, photography isn't always going to be something that is a driving force for your success. So with that being said, if we're not delivering you success and you're not getting a commission check at the end of the day, I myself am not getting paid either. So there's absolutely zero risk and when it comes to hiring us for all of your services. So we bill everything to escrow, there's zero upfront costs, and that way it's just another closing cost to you and your sellers as opposed to an out-of-pocket expense.
How many people use professional photography? Pretty much everybody uses them, right?
So these are just some of our services that we offer. So we are a full service company. We offer a lot of stuff outside of the real estate world as well, but obviously most of you in here are realtors, so I wanted to stay focused on that and not take up too much of your time. So of course we can help you out with your HDR photography. So we shoot what's called high dynamic range, where we're taking 5 different brackets, we're merging those together to give you one final beautiful image. Aerial photography and video, myself and all of my other photographers across all our territories are licensed FAA pilots, so no one's ever going to come after you with complaints or fines or anything like that. We're all covered and insured. Matterport and Zillow tours. So Matterport 3D tours was kind of the first service we were able to offer. So that was really my first camera, and we were the second service provider in Northern Nevada to offer that. So we've been very familiar with Matterport, and then most recently we just became Zillow certified. So if any of you guys are doing the Zillow Boost program, we are in compliance with that and can do the Zillow tours for you as well. Videography and the reels, those are kind of my, I would say my favorite part of the business and also the fastest growing part of our industry, as many of you guys already know. But of course it's a great way, an option for social media presence and also to give you guys a really dynamic view for your listing. What I've been really pushing on a lot of people is to get in front of the camera as well, so that way we can use this for more than just that single use purpose for that one listing. It'll give you guys leverage for getting in front of social media, for your marketing campaigns, and also leveraging your future listing appointments as well.
So now, are you meaning if you have a listing, you'll come out and videotape something like walking through the house? What do you? Is that kind of what you mean? Or?
Yeah, and I was going to say I have a really cool example that I'll share.
Okay, all right. I jumped the gun on
No, you're all good. So generally speaking, at least with what performs best for our clients, if the first thing people see is Joe the realtor for the sake of the conversation, as opposed to 4 walls of a house, those tend to perform a lot better because people want to hear the story be told about the space, want to hear the lifestyle and understand and picture themselves in that place as well, as opposed to just, like I said, seeing just kind of those those smooth little shots that show the home itself. Those are obviously going to give you a great result as well, but again, you can really leverage the videos in so many more ways than just that single-use listing.
$20 in the hat.
When you're getting in front of the camera. And then add-ons. So we do a lot of, as you guys have seen already in some of my slides, we can definitely help you out with some of those night photography shoots. We can also do virtual twilights. So if we wanted to take those daytime photos and convert them to twilights, we can do all of that through editing as well. So that's a really nice add-on that has been very popular for us. And then virtual staging too, which is a great option, especially when you guys have those vacant listings and you're trying to draw those prospective buyers from out of state. So this is one of our examples of why it's so beneficial and how you can really bring your videos to life. So this is one of my clients. Her name is Nikki, and almost exclusively her business comes from her social media presence. So we come up with storyboards, we come up with a theme and an idea and full concepts for the videos. And it goes far beyond just showing up and pulling my camera out of the bag and just capturing the rooms of the space. So this one was actually a property that we just did in Sun City,
Single-story masterpiece is the home that everyone wants in an established area with the feeling of being brand new, because it practically is. With a true courtyard entry, this outdoor space is the real beginning to this home story. Step inside and experience everything that makes this home unparalleled, from the hardwood floors and open concept living space and 12-foot ceilings. The chef's kitchen, outfitted with only the finest appliances. A beverage bar. Living room with a real gas fireplace and a dramatic club bar. Relax and unwind in the primary suite, complete with a spa-inspired bathroom. Outside, indulge in plenty of space and privacy on this nearly half-acre lot. For those who expect nothing but the best, this is more than a home. It's a work of art. Discover your new sanctuary at Anthem Country Club today.
So,
Looked pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
so why I share that specific listing is one, again, the first 45 seconds, you haven't even seen the house, but it's kind of that build up. And again, we're using the client's storyboard and getting her on camera really is an opportunity to leverage her business and her brand and really make it a personal piece of content as opposed to, again, just a listing that, you guys have a temporary attachment to. And also, I know you mentioned that a lot of homes right now above the $500,000 range are kind of sitting a little bit longer than expected. This one was actually above the $1 million range and sold, or it went under contract, I should say. It's still pending at the moment. And I think it was 6 or 8 days, I believe, until it was under contract. So, and hasn't cost her a dime yet. She's just paying at a close of escrow, like I mentioned.
So the $1 million question, what did it cost?
Yeah. So that one, that specific package, and I was gonna say on our brochures that I gave you guys, it'll have the QR code on the back, and I'll give you guys examples of pricing and stuff at the end. But that one, that was almost 4,000 square feet. We did what was called our platinum package. So that includes basically it's our umbrella that includes just about everything. So that's our interior, exterior photography, aerial photos, the listing video. We did a Matterport 3D tour. I believe we even did some night photos over on that one too. And obviously we also went around and grabbed a ton of stuff of the actual country club too, which by the way, the community and amenity shots, there's no extra charge for anything when it comes to that stuff. It's just part of your package with us. I wanna say that one came out to, I think after it was all said and done with everything, 1,100, I think 1,155, something like that. Don't quote me, but it was around that ballpark, but I can definitely give you guys some more examples about pricing. And then I always put this little graph up because I get the question a lot is, is the 3D tour gonna be the best fit for my listing, or is it going to be the listing videos or social media reels? And I always kind of try to break it down like this because obviously they both have very distinct features and functions, but at the end of the day, they're both going to be virtually detailed views of your property. It's gonna be easy to get that information across to your buyers. Both are gonna be MLS friendly, and both will be very beneficial to your listings. In my experience, the 3D tours are great because, especially especially when you're trying to attract those out-of-state buyers. They've seen every single nook and cranny of the home. So generally speaking, after they've seen the tour and they're coming to view the home physically, they're serious buyers only. And then as for the listing video, you can definitely, like I said, you can redistribute that in multiple different funnels besides that one listing. So that's what I like about the videos, because they're very versatile, and again, there's really no ceiling to the creativity, whereas the 3D tours are pretty black and white with what you can and can't do. And I'm not going to read this word for word, but I just want to kind of emphasize the importance of photography. So whether you guys decide to hire us or you already have a photographer, please understand the value of what we are providing to you guys. As you guys know, in this day and age, almost always the first impression of your guys' listings is going to be online. And so it's an absolute must that we stand out from our competitors, whether it be in that same zip code, price point. And again, it also gives you guys that long-term success when it comes to your strategy, and being able to sit across the future listing appointments and saying, this is part of my strategy that I use every single time. I use the same photographer, and we come up with a package that's going to work regardless of price point, and this is part of my success and why you should hire me. But that's all I've got for today, so thank you so much for letting me have the opportunity to get in front of you guys and talk your ears off this morning. If you guys haven't had any bagels, please do. There's a ton left still. But if you guys give me the opportunity to earn in your business, mention the presentation and get 15% off your first photo shoot with me. Yeah, if you guys have any questions too, I'd love to answer them.
Questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
We have a possible listing coming up, and it's, you know, it's like a $900,000 home on a half-acre, single story, but it's got green carpet. Like, that wouldn't look so good in, like, I mean, that's such a beautiful house. Like, what do you suggest when the house doesn't really?
So that's actually something that we've been doing a little bit more of down here in Vegas, is like the virtual options, right? So we had a situation just recently, it was a couple weeks ago, we did a listing, pretty similar price point actually, up in North Las Vegas. And you know, most of the rooms were pretty cluttered, so what we did was we wiped and removed all of the furniture and then replaced it with virtual staging. So that's definitely an option. Or I know we just had a client a few months ago up in Reno where the flooring hadn't been finished just yet. So they gave us the color of what the actual hardwood finish was going to look like, and then we just edited it in there. So that's also an option too. And you know, obviously we have to disclose that stuff. We don't want people to show up and be disappointed. But we can definitely create a visualization of what it could be instead of the nasty green carpet.
Thank you.
So if you have a listing that's not $1 million and it's 500,000, 600,000, whatever, can you scale that $1,100 down to something 600-ish, or is that not a?
Oh yeah,
kind of
and much less. So that's an excellent question, because a lot of people think, oh well, if we're not paying for any of this until close of escrow, these prices must be astronomical. That's not true. So I've got, you know, packages that include your bundles, like I mentioned. That platinum package is really kind of our most expensive tier, and that just kind of covers everything that we offer. But I've got, you know, basic a la carte interior, exterior photos. Those start at just $265 and go up on square footage. Aerial photography is just an additional $105 on top of any of your listings. So it's very much so, you know, fitting. It's very flexible when it comes to your budget, and then obviously how you guys intend to sell the property. It's never our intention to sell you guys on things you don't necessarily need. So, you know, for some listings, that platinum package works really well, and obviously it helps her get that listing under contract in a week. But you know, a lot of times we're doing just those basic interior, exterior photos, and you know, doing something that's going to be more feasible for that lower price points.
Now, you said you helped her with the script and everything. Is that kind of what you said? You helped her with the whole thing on that?
Yeah, so I prefer working with people who want to be hands-on and be, she's very particular, let me be clear. So getting into the finish line of what you guys saw, there was definitely some back and forth, but for me it's, you know, I want to be a resource to you guys and give you guys, again, media and content that's going to give you leverage far beyond just that single-use listing. So for me, I take it as a challenge, and it's something I embrace, and seeing it come to life like that is all that more rewarding, especially once it was effective and we did get the job done and it was under contract in just a matter of days. But yeah, so with her, we plan a phone call right before, we come up with a storyboard, and we do all different kinds of things. So we definitely plan everything out and try to do it the right way and maximize it all. So a lot of it, she's very hands-on, but obviously, like, you know, she doesn't need to like be over my shoulder when I'm doing pictures and just the regular like B-roll shots of the home. It's really more just like her talking points and things like that. But yeah, so a lot of times we come up with the ideas with the clients. So,
That looked really professional, it looked really good, I tell you.
thank you.
You were saying it all goes through escrow?
Correct.
What if it didn't close?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, if you're not getting a commission check at the end of the day, I myself am not getting paid either. So there's zero risk to hiring us for any of our residential real estate
What if
services.
the one agent had the pictures taken through you and they're no longer on it and they're still, they hired another agent or whatever, let's say, and they still have your pictures?
So like as in like let's just hypothetically say like you were the listing agent, you lost the listing, and then someone else took it over and
You
wanted
would
to use
cancel the
the.
pictures then?
Correct, yeah, so we've had a few of those situations. So what we do is we try to reach out to the new listing agent and say, if you wanna inherit these photos and obviously save the time and effort, then we'll void that prior listing agent's invoice, and then you just inherit that same invoice. So that way, the prior person's not on the hook, and then a lot of times it helps out the new person as well, and it saves a ton.
I don't remember too, the division, or LVR will not allow you, they won't let me use your pictures if you don't allow it, so you
Yeah.
can stop it that way.
Yeah, so they have to go directly through me to
Right.
get them, and I usually disclose it to all parties that that's what's going on, and everyone has to.
Might be great for if you had a really high-end rental as well, something like that, as a rental as well.
Yeah, correct. So I mean, I do quite a bit of rentals and Airbnb properties as well. So again, this was really just focusing on our real estate services, but we are a full service team, so we do a lot of content when it comes to social media and marketing work. We do a lot of corporate and personal events too. So pretty much anything you guys need behind the lens, to name it, I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you guys and know how I can be a resource. So.
Annie, did you have a question?
It was-
Oh, yeah, same one, okay. Okay, cool. Well, it looked very good, so give them a big hand, everybody, appreciate it. You passed out your information?
Yes, I did.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thank you for having
Good
me.
job.
So I have a quick question.
Yes.
So
Oh, sorry.
can you, so I have a listing already in place, but the seller is very limited financially. Can you still be hired to implement professional photos on an already active listing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with closing an escrow, it's even, paying an escrow, that's even a better plan.
Yeah, correct. So
Yeah.
the house could be on the market for 6 months for all I care, but for us, now I'm part of your team, so we're gonna go out and do all photos and everything, and then we'll worry about the invoice once it's under contract. But if for some reason it falls out or it's expired,
Wow.
you don't owe me anything.
Everybody's going,
Yeah.
I like that. Cool, thank you again, appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure, guys.
All right, guys, a couple of these, we'll finish. This is the business plan I was talking about. It is set for 11/19, 11 to 1. It's gonna be a business planning right here in our office, I believe. No, it's gonna be in, no, it's right here. So
It's gonna
please
be
make
right
sure.
after our meeting.
Yeah, you guys get your minds, get ready. Let's get ready for 2025. I will say, Brian, and it's no fault of yours, but obviously we hate the idea that interest rates are still, 25 coming down. Leave it. All you're doing is screwing it up even worse. How do you drop the rates and they go up? That's a,
Different index,
yeah.
different index.
I realize that. But I know two words why it does. Government is the biggest reason why. As you guys already know, I'm not a fan of government. They screw everything up they touch. This is Tim. Tim's gonna be here right after this. So check your phone, your emails. He's gonna do a quick deal on Canva 101. You guys should be using Canva. The ABR class is gonna be here on the 20th and 21st. If you haven't taken it already, there's a QR code. Make sure you sign up. Again, I think it's important that you get it done, especially in the environment we're in. I haven't seen a whole lot of issues with the new BBRA, which I think is nice, and people are getting used to it. I have had a couple where the BBR didn't match the RPA, and so we had a little few issues with that. By the way, we talked about it last week or the week before. We do have verbiage, and we'll have it probably later today, and I'll post it on Facebook. Some new verbiage that you'll be able to use if the commission goes up. So we do have something that you'll be able to put in the BBRA. Like I said, we should have it today. We've been working on it, so it should be done today. We'll have that. But make sure you get involved with this class. It's gonna be good.
I have a question about that, Jeff.
Yes.
So, somebody mentioned it in one of my CE classes last week, that the once you have the ABR designation,
Yeah,
the first year is free, but
Okay.
then I couldn't get an answer about how much it was after that.
I don't think it's outrageous, I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't think it was like $45 or something, I don't know, does
It
anybody?
was like 110.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A year,
Yeah.
okay.
After-
And you have to have sold at least 5 homes, I believe it was, as well. So you can get certified, you just won't get the actual cert until you actually have closed at least 5 homes. So I know that's one thing that they're talking about. We are gonna do our potluck for Thanksgiving. There's a QR code. We're gonna get the turkey, like we did last year, at John Wool, so we'll get that. Sign up for there. It's gonna be a lot of fun, you guys as well. That's gonna be on the, I can't see that, 26th it looks like. Is that right? The 26th?
Yes.
Yep, the 26th from 11 to 2, right here in this room. We're gonna reorganize the desks, and it'll be right up here. We got the kitchen right next door, so it'll be a lot of fun. So the QR code's on the back. And then remember, Stoney's North 40 is gonna be our holiday party this year. The QR code's there. Sign up if you haven't already. Nora, you are as welcome to come as too if you want to. So just, we have a code for you as well, so
Thank you.
make sure you guys again sign up for that. That's gonna be our holiday party. It's gonna be an amazing time. So please make sure you're doing that. It's gonna be Veterans, on Monday, Veterans Day on Monday, so we will not, what?
Can I say something?
Please?
Don't forget, we're like one of the only home warranty companies that offers a military discount. It's $35 off of any plan for retired or active.
Okay,
And you know, I have talked to actually a couple, veterans since we launched this. And, you know, I've said, I know it's not much, but these guys don't care. These gals and guys, they don't care. They just like the fact they're being
Being
recognized
recognized, right.
and appreciated.
Yeah.
So it's really easy
yeah,
to
please, make
order
sure.
it.
Good, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, it's really easy when you order it, otherwise let me know. And sometimes I have, if you have a first responder, I have snuck in a discount for them.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Very good. No, we love it, please. And you guys, on that note, that is it. Stay here, check your phones, your email. Tim's gonna be up in a few minutes.